I did live my life for 25 years as a woman, and that person's not going away. That person's still inside of me. I still have all of that. I've been through a lot of things in my life. I mean, take it from being, 4 or 5 years old and being abused in every way possible growing up, and then it halting, and then you realizing, oh, hey, I might like girls, and then so you're going through that, and then it turns out that really you want to be a boy the whole time and you're hiding yourself from everybody for a decade. I feel like a teenage boy again. Which is silly I say that considering I am a man. My mom always loves to tell stories about her little girl that she remembers, a year or 2 years old. We'd go out somewhere and I'd stand on top of a picnic table and refuse to move it down, and she would ask me why, and I would tell her it's because there's dirt and there's bugs and I didn't want to be a part of it. Whenever I see the little pictures and I think, I do think to myself, yeah, I was a cute little kid, like I was a little girl, da da da, but that's not who I'm meant to be now, and I'm okay with that. So like I try to tell everybody, like, I'm not taking away that person that you've known the last 24 years. I'm just changing the person you've known in this 25th year.
I mean, when he actually fully told me, I mean, as much as I knew, it was just because I even had to ask him, do I call you my ex-wife or do I call you my ex-husband, because you're going through a transformation, and he told me no, you married me as Caitlyn, we're always going to be ex-wives. I at least could sense that he wasn't okay with himself. I saw him battle the depression. It was just, there was something there for him that was missing, that he couldn't just scream from the rooftops. Coming out as lesbian, I think he was afraid of going through that again, but worse.
Even though this has been one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, I mean, I have lost family, specifically my own birth father has disowned me and has nothing to do with me, along with his wife and 2 kids. I mean, that alone was difficult, and went out of my way to ask him to keep his last name, and basically saying it without saying it, it was like a hell no. It honestly wasn't until I became an outlaw that I realized it was okay to be different.
Still not doing it. Wait, shoot off. There you go. Don't step away. Do what I showed you. See, look, it hurts, but that's what you need. See? And look, it...
All my teammates have been there and been very, very supportive and helpful, believe it or not. Obviously, KP being the big one, because she was there whenever I first came out, and she kind of helped me realize that I wasn't alone in the process.
So I was just sitting there and I was like, hey, if you want me to start using he, him pronouns, I'm down. I feel like that would make you happy. And then he went off on this tangent, where it was just, you could tell that he was suppressing that emotion for a really long time. He was like, I'm a woman, God doesn't make mistakes. And I was like, I don't think it's a mistake if you're a boy trapped in a girl's body, but okay. And then 2 weeks later, he told me that in fact he does feel like a man trapped inside a woman's body or something like that. I felt honored that I was the first person he told. But pretty much since then we were just figuring out ways for him to actually start transitioning, because he's one of those people where he has something in his head and he's gonna do everything he needs to do to get it done.
Okay, no blood, I think we're good. Oh god, I'm shaking so much.
Cakes got really emotional his first couple of shots, and he couldn't control it. The emotional roller coaster was really eye-opening, because I didn't realize that would happen to him.
Just the voice changes alone have been a really big thing for me. It was actually kind of funny. I remember the first time KP actually heard me speaking, and she first noticed a voice change. She actually started crying, and I was just kind of what is wrong with you? Why are you crying? And she was like, I'm just so happy for you. I couldn't imagine what it's like to speak for 25 years and it not be the voice that it should be. Being at my parents' house now and different things, I do get misgendered and things, but at the same time, I know it's because they're still learning and going through the process. As for like my stepdad and my brother, they're going to take a lot, especially my stepdad. He's going to be helping me work out and getting the more like masculine physique that I'm wanting. So like he's going to help me, shed off fat and put on more muscle, and especially like after I get top surgery and everything else, like it will only help that. I mean, it is a bummer. I love football more than anything, and I would really like to be out there on the sidelines and coaching and helping out with what I can. But I'm not going to be mad at everyone's decision if it's keeping us all safe. This is my family after all. I'd rather us all be safe than us be, playing in a dangerous situation. I believe it's all part of my journey. So as I've said previously, I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and I believe that everything that has happened in my life and everything that I have been through was meant to put me where I am right now. As soon as we're clear to all get out there again and I've got the okay from the doctor, I'll still be padding up and hitting people at practices. I truly am thankful for all of it, and I definitely wouldn't go back or do anything differently.